Hey guys, doing some quick review on musictheory.net for rest duration. Rest represents period of silence during your music or in a measure, just like notes do, but notes make sound, rests are silent. Each type of rest shares a certain duration or length of time as a note. For example, quarter rest and quarter note occupy the same amount of time. If we are in 4/4 time, these would both be one beat. While the note would make a sound, the rest would be silent. So this one would be ta, this would just be silence. To demonstrate this, let's fill a measure with 4/4 time with quarter notes. When played, you hear all four notes. They make sound. Next, we'll replace one of them with a rest. When played, the second beat is silent. There are other types of rest. We've got a whole rest. It occupies the same amount of time as a whole note. If we're on 4/4 time, that would be 4 beats. Half note or half rest, looks very similar to the whole rest, so I want to show you the difference here. So whole rest has its little square below the line versus a half rest has its little square above the line. To me, I think they both kind of look like top hats. So a really good way to remember this is a half of a man leaves his hat on in the presence of a lady, when a whole man takes his hat off in the presence of a lady. So that's a helpful way to remember, or you can think hat sounds like half, and this kind of looks like a hole. Like if you had a dude walking along here, he would fall into the hole. That's another way to remember it. Though, if you can read the words down here, it talks about the specific place for the whole note and half note to be written, like which line. In a lot of vocal music, you'll see that that's different because sometimes we have multiple parts on the same line. So I'm not super worried about that. Like notes, rests can also have flags. I like to call this my booger. I should really call it a flag. But to me, if I were to tell you how to draw an eighth note or eighth rest, I would tell you draw a 7 with a booger on it. So that would be our flag for an eighth rest. Eighth rest is the same duration as an eighth note. 16th rest has 2 little boogers or 2 flags on it, just like the 16th note does. Both are the same duration. And just like we talked about for the different flags for notes, you can have multiple flags for rests as well. We've got 8th note, 16th note, 32nd note, or I'm saying note, shame on me. 8th rest, 16th rest, 32nd rest, 64th rest. You can go on forever, but it would be a little bit extra and you wouldn't see it very often. Here is a really good chart that shows you the breakdown of what all of the rests equal to. So yeah, there's a quick review. Bye-bye.